I'm going to show you how I prepare this panel for a painting. One of the things that's really cool is Trekell provides this paper on the back where you can put all the details about your painting, what you primed it with, what varnish you used, when you varnished it. What we've got here is Golden's GAC 100. 2 layers of this is going to help protect against support-induced discoloration and oil penetration. Since I am doing an oil painting on it, I also just want to protect it from moisture, so all sides get 2 layers. Next is my new favorite gesso, which is Golden Sandable Hard Gesso. Then we're going to add a little bit of water. I just want it to be thinner and not leave very noticeable brush marks. All right, at this point, we have about 10 to 15 layers of gesso on all sides. We're going to start sanding. I personally like to sand a little bit slower, so I have a sandpaper block here with 320 grit. Honestly just let the weight of the sandpaper do the work. Starting off, just trying to really tackle any inconsistencies in the priming surface. Just go really slow. Gradually, I'm going to go to finer and finer grits, but for now, right now, we just want to smooth out all surfaces. I try my best to keep the sandpaper pretty perpendicular to the edges. That way I don't get rounded edges, but get these really nice sharp corners. I'm going to dampen a rag with distilled water and wipe it down to remove all the dust and any surfactants from the acrylic gesso. I'm going to show you how I prepare the surface to gold leaf one of these Trekell panels. Any surface that's going to receive gold leaf gets a bunch of layers of bole. Kohlner makes this acrylic-based red bole that I really like. It dries fast with a matte finish, but emphasis on dries fast. It's quite literally drying as you're applying it. So if you're not fast, you'll get a lot of inconsistencies. Luckily, if you do a lot of layers, we can always sand through that. If you do get impatient, a blow dryer helps speed things up even more. But best to apply things cleanly. Any inconsistencies have to get sanded out. Also, the surface where the painting is going to be, if any of the bole got on it, it needs to be sanded off. Now we're on to sanding the bole, starting with 220, moving all the way up to about 2000 until we get this hyper smooth, almost reflective finish. A ground is another name for primer. I'm going to use a high density foam roller and Rublev's lead alkyd ground. I also have crystal leaded glass powder and genuine ultramarine pigment. I typically would never tone my ground, but in this case, my ground acts more like a Campitura. The clear glass powder and the genuine ultramarine will change the optic properties of the layer. You could also use something like Gamblin's oil ground and that would work just fine too. You don't need to add stuff to it. Once it's all mixed up, I take my high density foam roller, saturate it, and essentially just start rolling. I keep switching directions with very light pressure until it's pretty uniform. My final rolling is vertical based on the orientation that my panel should be. Under a microscope, you can see all of the varied pigment particle sizes of the genuine ultramarine, giving it this jeweled encrusted surface. Now that all of that is done, the real fun begins where we start applying the gold leaf. I've got a gilding pad, a gilder's tip, a blade, and also some 23 karat gold leaf. Half a teaspoon of this and 1 cup of water will make our gilding water. Real gold leaf is incredibly delicate, but with time and experience you get used to maneuvering it. If it gets crumpled up, there's just the faintest blow and you can get it to a flat surface. If the gold leaf behaves, sometimes you can just let it fall right off of the booklet. I start by cutting the leaf into appropriate sized pieces and using my gilder's tip to pick it up. The leaf sticks to that, and then I can place it wherever I need it. I'll apply a few layers of the gilding water, then I'll just drop the leaf right on it. As the water absorbs into the bowl, the leaf gets suctioned down. Before it's fully dry, I like to press the leaf down with a cotton ball, and then when it's fully dry, I'll burnish it with a cotton ball. Then I'll use an agate burnisher to really embed the leaf. Here's an example of what 1 versus 2 layers of gold leaf after burnishing looks like. I'm going to be doing a lot of Sgraffito on my panel afterwards, so I'd like to give it a seal and use some steel wool to get rid of any gold that's on the painting surface and mildly antique the surface of the gold too. What we've got here is 2 egg yolks, an empty container. We've got some bone black pigment, some distilled water, and I also have an embroidery needle. I'll use this to scrape off some of the egg tempera. You can be barehanded or you can wear gloves. Doesn't matter much either way. Just make sure your hands are nice and dry. So very gently, bring one of them into your hands and just let it roll on your hands like this. Little by little, it's going to become a little bit more dry. Now what we want to do is take our stylus or a needle and just puncture a very small hole. Just get that out and discard the little egg sac there. We're going to be using some bone char, bone black, or commonly known as ivory black. We're just going to put some distilled water into it. Introducing the egg yolk.
Pour egg yolks and keep mixing until the consistency is like this.
Take any kind of excessively large brush, something that's going to cover the majority of it in single strokes. So loading up a brush. In this final stage, I'm going to be doing the Sgraffito. I've got some fine steel wool, a wooden skewer, and a rag. I'm going to start scraping off the egg tempera until I get a pattern that I like. Then I'm going to take my stylus and scribe a design. The egg tempera is pretty soft, so it comes off actually very easily. When I'm doing really fine stuff, sometimes I like to use a metal skewer, but I'm also very gentle that I don't scratch into the gold leaf. Now it's time to put it together with the new upgraded larger hinges.